Well, 37027 was part of the mass exodus of East Anglian steam heat class 37s to Scotland in the early 1980s. It was famously one of 3 Eastfield locos to gain wraparound yellow ends in 1981, although I've never really been able to work out why they skipped the grey roof and large double arrow logos that were being applied to class 50s and 56s down south at the same time. It was also one of the first pair of Eastfield 37s to gain the car style headlight in June 1983, this is while it was painted BR blue, and just 1 month later it received the classic 8-inch lower body side stripe. However, this wasn't officially sanctioned and it was removed by April 1984. It was then repainted large logo in 1985, around about April, and it entered the refurbishment programme at the end of 1986, being renumbered 37519. After it was converted, it was transferred to Thornaby as a freight-only loco in March 1987. Well, with thousands of 00 gauge class 37s already on layouts around the country, I was keen to choose variants which had been ignored or seriously fudged by manufacturers in the past. The Scottish car headlight locomotive seemed an obvious target. It also allowed me to pay homage to the very first Lima class 37. While this didn't have the headlight, their model of 37012 Loch Rannoch carried the lower body side white stripe and made a great impression on me when I was young. I also wanted a namer, as only 3 white stripe locos were named and only 2 carried the car style headlights at the same time. I basically had a choice between 37027 Loch Eil and 37081 Loch Long. Future production will show why I went with the choice that I did. The defining characteristic of our model of 37027 is obviously the car headlight. Otherwise, it's a fairly standard early 1980s class 37 with cutaway buffer beams that could have been seen almost anywhere in the country. That said, none of the 4 locomotives in this first batch of class 37 noughts are identical. They all use the same body shell, which is what I call the intermediate class 37 nought. This has the plated water filler access hatch and associated steps. However, 37027 retains its boiler exhaust and steam heat release valves because it's still boiler fitted, which is a major difference compared to 37026 Chapvel. Both of these have the double riveted roof, which is slightly different to 37043 and 37051, which have the single riveted roof. So what would be my favourite part of this particular model? Well, I mean, the white stripe is something that I've always wanted to do as a modeler and as a manufacturer, so having the opportunity to do this really has been something to tick off the bucket list. Thanks.
Thank you.